Hello everybody and welcome. I am Teresa with Keep in Touch Crafts, coming to you from Minnesota in Oak Grove, Minnesota. Thank you for joining me again for a Thursday night live on YouTube and also on my Facebook page. It's been a day. I'm so sorry. I did post that I'm going to be a half hour late today, so if you're wondering where I was, I hope you got to see that post warning you about that. I ended up running a little late from an errand, and I was picking up some swaps and helping out there, getting some samples that other people have made, and us demonstrators, we sometimes do swaps. So we'll make a certain number of the same card, and then we have a bunch of us will get together and we'll swap them, and then we get to have samples from the new catalog and of other products. And it just helps us to have a lot more ideas for inspiration and also just ideas to show you, so that if you happen to buy a certain stamp set or a suite of products or something like that, it'll give you ideas of how to use your products. But also if you are thinking about getting a certain product, then you will maybe be convinced one way or the other if that is the one for you, and you'll get some real examples of ideas that you can use with those suites and bundles and stamp sets and dies and all the other products that are coming out. So I don't know if you can tell, I've kind of changed my room around. So again, like I think the last couple of broadcasts, I was doing things differently. I'm just trying to improve on lighting and that kind of thing. So we'll see how it goes tonight. I'm hoping it's better. I got it ready earlier today and then had all that running around to do, and now I'm just like eking in under the wire, and I'll just do my best to make this some time that you are enjoying and that you get some value out of this. The first thing I'm going to do is show you the swaps I got today. So that's going to be 20 cards that people have made, and they're all beautiful. They're all from demonstrators in the team that I'm in, and just they're always so good. So hopefully you'll get some inspiration there. Then after that, we're going to go into our project for today. Sunday it was, we had a workshop that we could go to for the demonstrators in the area where I live, and they called it Creative Connections. And it was another chance for us to get together as demonstrators and customers and just see all kinds of demonstrations about various product in the new catalog. And we just sometimes need ideas, we need inspiration, and that's how we get it. And through that meeting, Shannon is somebody from the corporate office of Stampin'Up. She is our district, I think they call it a DDM, but anyway, she's from, or she kind of oversees this portion of the US, and she had some techniques and that kind of thing that she was showing us, so I'm going to share one of those ideas with you. It's a kind of a fun way to use a line stamp and the die that goes with it, and it kind of gives you a twofer, is kind of how I'm thinking of it. It's a 2-for-1. So when you stamp your image, we're going to do some techniques with it that's going to give you 2 different kinds of cards with that same technique. So you'll see what I mean in a minute here, in a little bit. But first things first, let's look at some swaps. Okay, so hang on here. I am going to put my camera down, and hopefully you'll be able to see this okay. Let's bring them all off to the side. And these, I'm sorry, they're still in the plastic, so I have not gotten them taken out, and I haven't even looked at them myself, so you're going to see them with me. And this is a lovely one from Rose Carey, a demonstrator, and she did this Halloween card. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, look at that. I hope you can see it okay on the screen. This is, gosh, what do they call it? Like a step card, I think. And it's Say Boo and Scary On. This is a new set from our most recent, what is it, July to December catalog that we have out now, mini catalog. And look at that. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I believe this is a punch So this is a punch you can get, and it's for Halloween, and the cute paper that goes along with it. Then she put the some bats and Halloween happiness on the back so that you can actually sign your card, put a little note on that portion of it, but it does stand up and display. So you can see that it's standing up and it's displaying your card. So that would be so cute on a desktop or something. Love that. And she did say the stamp set is called Bewitching Scary Cute. Oh my goodness. So that is that one. I'm going to keep trying to go through maybe by seasons. Okay, here's a real pretty Thinking of You card. And this one, oh cute, they even stamped on the back. I love this set. My swap had this same stamp set. I'll show you what I did. Hopefully soon I'll find one of my samples as well. Thinking of You. And oh, pretty on the inside too. Gosh, it is just so beautiful and just the prettiest fall colors, isn't it? Really inspiring for that. And this is by Cindy Howard. So that is her lovely creation. And just to show the same set, another swap is this one, and it's going to be harder for me to open. Sorry about that. It's like Christmas. Woohoo! Again, I'm just trying to give you inspiration for sets. If you happen to have these stamp sets or embossing folders or anything, then you will have some ideas on how to use them. This one says hello, and it has more of those little helicopters, is what we always thought of them from probably maple trees, I would assume. And this one is from Pat Stewart. She also used some of the metallic foil in the background. Pat, that is beautiful. I love this. It's so pretty, and there's a pretty embossing folder used. I don't know if you can see that as well. Nice, beautiful card there, Pat. All right, what's next? Let's go with, here is one. Wow, that's pretty. This is by Luanne Peterson, and beautiful. She used some of the glimmer paper here with this stamp set, and this one is, it says, wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. You could use this for a wedding, for a birthday, for lots of different things. We have our little butterfly accent there, and then some punched out or a die cut areas there. I can't remember the name of this one exactly. Ranunculus maybe. Oh, well, that's cool on the inside too. Some detail that she had on that. Looks like I am getting a little too close to the camera. Sorry, guys. So Luanne, thank you. That is so pretty. I'm sure I'm not doing it justice with all the detail on this. Is just beautiful. So I'm hoping you can see some of that. There's background paper, I believe it is, as well. And this is the rich raspberry paper. Gorgeous. Then we have our, oh, I found another fall one with the leaves on it. This was a popular one, it looks like. This is stunning. Beautiful gold here, accents, and then she did gold. She must have embossed the outside edge of this leaf, and with the gold heat embossing. I'll try to make it so you can see. Oh yeah, that shows up pretty well. Oh, and this, oh, it's so pretty. Who is this by? I should know this. This is from Candace Johnson. All right, Candace is so pretty, beautiful. Wow, that is just gorgeous. So here's another fall idea for you. What else do we have? This is a stamp set that, oh, hello, there we go. I should have my catalog out. I should be showing you where these are in the catalog. So it was page 57 here, was showing that Halloween one with the punch and the Bewitching bundle, it's called. So that one, we saw a sample on that one. Then you're going, well, I'll come back to that. Let's see what else. I'm going to try to find the fall one. If you need a catalog, let me know. It's also available online if you prefer that. And I can send you that if you need it. All right, so the next one that I wanted to show you was the fall. That we've seen a few of those, haven't we now? And that is from this stamp set on page 53 is Soft Seedlings. So that was this image that you saw in a couple of items. And then I believe there was, I'm not sure if this was in there, maybe it's the paper. It is part of the Rustic Harvest suite of products, and beautiful paper that, and there's a lot to this suite. And so the pretty papers are here. You'll be seeing a lot of this, and I believe this leaf here is part of this, which is the leaf label and amber gem combo pack, it says. So that has this leaf, and I believe then she had heat embossed just around the outside. And that was Candace Johnson. Thank you, Candace. Beautiful colors here. Then this one is from another really beautiful stamp set and suite of products. And this one is from Crystal Kilday. Really pretty card. I love this, the color, the fresh freesia color. This is a unique set. It's not as, like holiday oriented, and it's called the Splendid Day Suite. And you can see that it's all kind of muted tones here. And it comes with, this whole suite has beautiful paper that has kind of a foil accent to it. Really pretty soft seafoam ribbon is in there. There's some metallic, these little metal, what are they called? Open leaf trinkets. And that is included on this card that, that I was going to show you next. Again, this is 64 and 65 in the new catalog, the page numbers. And this was from Kristen Kilday, and you can see that trinket that she has on there. Really pretty. She's got, it's just stunning. Isn't it pretty? Oh, I love it. All right. Thank you, Crystal. Beautiful card. All right. Next, oh, here is another take on the same from Maria Friedman. This kind of has some similar elements, I believe, from that pack. Of course, I can't get it open when I'm on camera. This is the kind of thing I would rather do ahead of time, you guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, goodness. Okay, I can do this, and it's noisy. Ugh. All right. My goodness. Shouldn't be that hard for me to do. Oh, wow. This has so much to it. Ooh, pretty. I got to get on camera. Sorry, guys. And you can look at that. Isn't that cool? And it has an embossing folder with the brick look to it on this center panel. And then the side panels are some of the designer series paper that comes in the pack. I can tell that she's got, there's this, we have some ribbon that's really wide. What's it called? It is called, let's take a look. All right, it is called, metallic mesh ribbon. There we go. And it can be used in so many different ways. It probably doesn't do it justice. But that is what she has on the background of this center portion here. Just kind of adds a little bit to it there. Gold or silver foil, and the Calypso coral is the main kind of color scheme, it looks like. And then on the back is where she has this image stamped, and then you could write a note to your recipient on that. Oh, I don't recall what this one is called, but it's like a, I don't remember the name. Sorry for this fancy fun fold here. Beautiful job. Let's celebrate is what it says there. Okay, next I found another fall one with the different images used. This one is from Luanne Peterson, and this I can tell is already a very lovely card as well. Let's take a look. You are a real blessing to everyone around you. And this is some of that gold. It's a real beautiful goldish paper, a specialty paper that we have. And this set, let's see, this set is another fallish one here. Let's see which one it is. Trying to find it. And I suppose I won't now that I'm looking. Okay, I'm probably overlooking this one. Okay, well, whatever. It's in our new catalog. Let's look in the back. There are a lot of ways to find what you're looking for in the back. So I know that it's a die, and that's so pretty. Just there it is. This is the die. Labels Aglow, page 33. Oh, pretty. So this is part of the really mega suite called Lights Aglow. And this is where it comes with a bunch of Christmas sentiments, seasonal sentiments. And it also comes with dies that cut out beautiful details. And that's what I believe she used for this. She didn't use it with the, yeah, maybe it is. I bet that's some of the paper that comes in it as well. And just beautiful die cuts here. Love that. And she also stamped the oak leaves on the inside and colored them as well. Oh, pretty Luanne. Oh, goodness. Just not exactly sure which suite of products that is, because I'm in a hurry, of course, so. She might have combined some as well, but that is gorgeous paper. I don't know. I'm going to have to find out later. Sorry, guys. So I hope you can see the different colors and how pretty that is. All right, thank you to her. I apologize that I'm not ready, you guys, and that I don't have all of this information ready for you to go. I'm having to take them out of the package. Ugh. Ooh, wow, this is a pretty layout that I've been seeing here and there where it looks like it's torn, and they actually do kind of tear it and roll it up. Whoops, sorry, where am I going here? Up here. Oh, you can't see that. Okay, there you can kind of see it. It's like rolled up, and then some designer series paper is behind that. So pretty. Christmas wishes, and then there's some colored pearls on there. And then from our home to yours. I believe this is part of the, I think that's called something bows. This is from Lori Callies. Thank you, Lori. It's called Leaves of Holly, Stamps and Dies. And, yeah, Festive Pearls. And the Boughs of Holly is the paper. Okay, pretty, pretty. A lot of us demonstrators are already going ahead to the Christmas season here. But we have to do that. We want to be ready. We want to have ideas ahead of time for all of you. And so that's kind of what drives us to think about that this time of year. Kristen Berggren is another teammate of mine. That's a demonstrator that made this. There's a really cute set. It's called, it has a bunch of gnomes in it. And so many people love this set, and they are so cute. And so you just have to see this. I don't think it does it justice in the actual catalog. It's so cute. Storybook Gnomes, it's called. And it's a suite, and it comes with Kindest Gnomes stamp set, and it comes with gnomes dies, ribbon, embellishments. They even have this Snowfall Accents puff paint as part of the suite. So if you put this on your project and you heat it with a heat tool, then that puffs up. And so I'm going to have to get some of this and we can try it sometime on a project. And it comes with this pretty ribbon that you could use more than, obviously, not just this time of year. And I think that's what's on this project is that pretty ribbon. I think, yeah. And it looks like two ribbons together, doesn't it? And I love the blue. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And of course, there's an embossing folder that was used in the background. And let's see, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Kristen, that is adorable. All right, let's just look at our other gnome cards too while we're at it. We have one here, and this comes from the paper in the set. It has really, really cute paper. I don't know if you can see it very well. This isn't going to do it justice. I'll have to bring it out and show it sometime. Oh my goodness, what is, oh, this is a tuck closure. Wow, how cute is that? So you just take this little portion and you just tuck it behind this little gnome guy that's up on the dimensionals. Oh, warmest wishes. Oh, that is so cute. Little mushroom house. Oh, I love it. So cute. And this lovely was by Kayla Callies. She's a newer demonstrator in our group and obviously very talented, just like her mom. Very pretty Lori. Oh, very cute. What else? Here's a cute gnome guy. Oh, gosh. This one is from Joanne Pollock. And let's get that opened up. And she had a similar, except hers was more the mint macaron or pool party type of color scheme, which also is part of that suite. And he's so cute. And I think she colored the pearls on this too. A nice dark navy blue. Oh, very cute. So this is Joanne Pollock's little gnome. So cute. Okay. And we'll keep on the cute theme. Oh, do I have another gnome? I even have another gnome, you guys. This, I have a feeling this is a waterfall card. I've never made one. I've seen them. I have not jumped into it yet. So this is also from Lori Callies this time. And let's see. Yes. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is the cutest. Oh my gosh. And each one has a little gnome on there that is cut out, die cut out, or fussy cut, one of the two. I think they're die cut from the design, the paper that comes in that set. Oh, cute. That's really cute. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, she put on the back, and some more embellishment there. Nice job, Loria. That's very creative. All right, we're going to look at some dogs now, okay? And this is another set in here. I'm going to find it. Aren't they cute, these little terriers? Scottish terriers, aren't they? Let's find them. That is a Christmas Scottie. Oh, not a terrier. I don't know my dog breed, sorry. But it is on page 34 of our calendar. And I want to give you some ideas on what you can do with that set. There's lots of dog lovers out there. And if you happen to have a Scottie, this would be just for you, right? So the one I had to have this one out, yeah, maybe. Okay, so page 34, it is a set that is a bundle. It has a punch. Oh, cute. And so then the punches out the Scottie, but it also has a little bow that you punch out as well. And that comes with that stamp set as well. So a lot of people love the punches because they are just something that you can grab, punch, you're done. You don't have to put it through other special equipment or anything. It's just easy to use. And oh, this is really cute. So I hope you can see that okay. There's that little bow that it punches out with the puppy. It looks like they stamped this one. She stamped this one with black ink. Merry Christmas. And then some pretty DSP. May your days be free and bright. Oh my goodness. So cute. Michelle Carlson. I just talked to Michelle not too long ago. Michelle, you have made a cute, cute card there. And speaking of puppy dogs, we have a couple more. So we have one here that he's kind of the focal point of this card. And, all right, this is by Sheila Chu. Wow, very pretty card. There's gray, there's white, there's the Bermuda Bay colors all on there. the image punched out for the center, just your focal point there. And then on the inside is the same adorable saying, "May your days be furry and bright." And then she stamped also on the inside and put some bling on there too, which is super cute. And that's what we have, these sequins that come in there's 3 large little cylinders that you can get. And I'll show you. So they are like this. I think I've shown them before. 3 different main colors, but there is enough to last you practically a lifetime, I think, on there. Here is how those little embellishments come. That I think I showed you those earlier. That was on that other set, or that other card. That's how they come. You get a whole bunch of them in this little thing. And they really add a real, oh, what's the word I want to say? They add a lot of pizzazz. I don't know. But they add a lot to your project. All right, so thank you, Sheila, for this beautiful swap. And I have one more. I know I do. This one is another cute. I love this. This one is by, what's her first name? Last name is Matthews. Oh, goodness. I know it. Oh, Diane. This is by Diane Matthews. And this is a bookbinding, they call that, where this section here is adhered down. And then I think she did some scoring on there. And that is something you can just do with your scoring tool. And she just kind of made 2 lines, the same distance all the way around. And it kind of makes that border, which is a real nice detail. I think that adds a lot. As well as stamped this little ribbon. And there's our punched out bow that comes with that punch. And then that inside greeting as well. So cute. Christmas Scotty. And again, that was Diane Matthews. All right, let's go on to another little cute character. And this is our little penguin. And this is by Maria Friedman. Be cool, be chill, be merry. So cute. And this is really pretty metallic foil accented designer series paper. And she's got another layer behind that to really set that off. And, ooh, what do we got here? How does it open? Ooh, oh, cute. Oh my gosh. So here's that I think it's our, not watercolor paper, our glimmer paper. And I think she colored that. I'm not sure if it came that way. I don't know if you can see it. It's so cute. He's catching a wave or taking a nap. I don't know. So cute. And, oh, I know what I was supposed to do with that. This is like a slider. So this slider piece keeps it closed. See, otherwise it's kind of open. But you use this piece as a slider, and that holds it together. Right in the center. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is so cute. And that just keeps it held together. And it has that element to slide it. Cute, fun fold. I love that. Maria, thank you. Next, we're getting there, guys. Hang in there. I'm almost done. Christmas one. And this one is from Kayla Callies again. And she has 4 different pieces of the designer series paper in the background, which if any paper set that you have, just cut it into strips like this. I believe this is probably 1 by... I should look on here. I moved around everything in my craft room, so now I'm not going to be able to find anything. Otherwise, you know, you just know right where it is. All right, this is 1 inch by 3 1/4 inches. And if you do 4 of those strips, then you can just use a panel that is 4 1/2 by 3 1/2, and that will get this type of a layout for you with those gaps in there, and have it just centered on that. And Candy Cane Wishes Mistletoe Kisses, adorable and pretty beautiful knotted bow on there. This one is, I just love this. It reminds me of my farm that I grew up on and had a nice big barn like that. So barns and windmills always remind me of that. So pretty. So real nostalgic type of a card, I'd say. This one is from Diane Matthews again. And Merry Christmas to you and yours. She's got some designer series paper in the back, and she did the stamping. Oh, I gotta go down for it. There, better. She did the stamping. Sorry for my hand in the way. Okay. Just checking out some stuff, seeing if anybody's been commenting, because I'm bad at that, bad at looking for comments. And she did use some of our foil paper to die cut out that silo that's there. Very pretty card. And a strip of designer series paper in the inside. Always adds a lot too. And this one, like, you know how you always gravitate towards certain things, certain, I don't know, colors and layouts. This is the kind that I gravitate towards. It's so just rich looking and just pretty. It's a wow card in my book. This one is from Cindy Howard, and I don't know, can you see it all? It's just amazing. So there's the glimmer paper that she punched out the greenery here, and on the whitish one there too. In the pack, I believe it comes with the red, the green, and the white colors. And then this is that pretty foil that we saw before, and she used the that around this mistletoe, no, holly, I mean, holly, there we go, I did it. And then the berries have the red accent on it too. And so this one, oh, pretty even on the inside, wow, gorgeous, and that pretty accent on the side. So this is the stamp set was Leaves of Holly, and it's part of a bundle. And then it is specialty papers were the 6x6 red and white glimmer, the 12x12 evening evergreen glimmer, distressed gold, and boughs of holly. Yowza. Very stunningly amazing. All right. Oofty. That was a lot. And I know just hang on, I got a couple more cards. So the event that I was at on Sunday with the other demonstrators, Creative Connections, they also do a swap there. I did not have anything ready since I was doing the other swap. And so, but there were some kind people that just gave me stuff anyways. So I wanted to show you those. It's another set of cards by other very talented demonstrators. So this one says hello, and it's got a lot of die cuts, and the background has the an embossing folder. I don't know if that's catching that very well. And then the sunflowers on the inside. And this is from Michelle Carlson. I talked to her, and I know there was another one in this swap too that she had made at least one or two for that. This is the Leaf Fall 3D embossing folder, the Hello Harvest bundle stamp and set and die set. Champagne rhinestones that she used with that, and it's lovely. What can I say, right? Okay, thank you, Michelle. And here's our cute little hippo. This is part of our current celebration that's going on now. This is one of the things that you can choose as your free product with the $50 order, or you know, you have several options. So these are this is the hippos and the dies. Woohoo, you did it. That's a stamp set too from Celebration. Another choice as well. Lisa Schmid. Thank you, Lisa. She gave that to me there, just out of the kindness of her heart. Another one that was very kind of somebody to give to me is that rolled up layout like we had seen earlier on a card. it's quite a unique look to it. And now instead of designer series paper in the background in the ripped open area, this time they had the designer series paper on here, and then your sentiment was down there. So two different ways to do that same card, and a pretty inside as well. And this is a swap from Patty Geldert, and these were all people that were probably local to our Minnesota area. And this one was given to me. Oh, she did two of them. Oh my goodness. This is from Patty Geldert as well. Spoiling me. Card makers like to give cards. Wow, that is so pretty. I don't know if you can see the detail. This is that clear, liquidy stuff. Oh goodness. Am I going to be able to remember the name of it? Okay, so this is Shimmer Crystal Effects, I believe. And you put it on an area that you want, and when it dries, it's just very brilliantly shiny and has a little dimension to it. Really makes something, you know, stand out on your card. There, that kind of was showing it, right? And then this is another set that gives you the word, and then it has the shadow die as well. So you have both of them. And a card to say hello. This is an easel card. Oh, cute. Oh, for cute, as they say, right? Okay. Beautiful job. And thank you again for this card, Patty. Yowza, are you inspired yet? My goodness. That is a lot of cards, a lot of ideas, and I'm hoping it's helpful. So I am going to just set my mess aside. I can't even get them all. All right. I'm just going to put them there for now. All right. I'm going to show you a quick technique that we learned we learned it on that Creative Connections Day. That little, oh, sorry, one more thing, one more swap. I did two swaps for this one today, and this was one of them. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it just says "So Grateful." I have a little frayed ribbon. I kind of frayed the edges on this, and there's just a hint of this glimmer paper a specialty paper we have, showing on the side. And then I did color the pearls in the Cajun Craze, and I had a little bit of inking on the stamp to make it kind of multicolored. I just inked up what did I ink up? Yeah, with a dauber on the stamp. Then I don't know if you can see the splatter part of it well. I just took my blend marker, and I'll show you. Let's see. So I'll just show you with any random one, but what should I put it onto? I need a piece of paper. Let's find one. I might have some paper here. What do you know? Paper. All right, so what you do is you take your blend. I usually use this brush end. And then what you do is you put it in the cap and you just flick it. And depending on how wet and juicy or dried out, apparently. This isn't even doing it. Come on, there we go. Then that just makes a little splatter in the background. And it just really breaks up if you have a lot of like white space there, and it just kind of adds some detail and kind of gives it a little artsy look to it. And for So Grateful, and then For You, and it's the inside. And I did one more, but I don't think I have a sample of that one right now. You've seen enough cards, right guys? Let's get to making some. So this is what I called a Twofer project, and the reason I called it that is because you kind of get two things for your one. You get two card fronts with one technique, I guess is one way to say it. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to bring out some stamp sets that aren't brand new anymore, and a lot of times we are showing things that we haven't used before, and I wanted to bring out these because a lot of you might have them, and just because we've shown them in the past and we don't bring them out again, you know, I don't know if it does it any, you know, I just want to reinvigorate people's memory of these stamps that we've used for other things. But okay, the point is I wanted to find stamps that are line images that you can color in that have a die with them. So these are just 1 or 2 stamp sets that we have that would fit the bill on that. We have others as well, but these are just the ones I happen to grab, and I will give you an idea of how this works. So I've already done the stamping of our lined image, and for some of these I'm using our smaller note card size, and this is something we have in the, you can order with envelopes that would be the same size as these. They come together as a set, and it is 3.5 by 5. Yeah, 3.5 by 5. So what I did was, oopsies, I pre-stamped that image on there, and I've done some others as well. But we're going to be doing some die cutting, so you do need your die cutting machine with this. And I used the die, let's see, I think this is the one. And it die cut out this image here. It can die cut that out. Obviously we haven't done that yet, but that is what this one is for, and I'll show you all of these techniques. So what I did is I'm going to try to make it a little quicker and not just show you every step, but just give you the idea. You can see here that I just stamped it and I die cut it out. Okay, then what you can do is grab another card base, or you can just do a panel that would be for a card. Which one do I want to do? What I'm going to do then is take this die cut portion, the part that had it cut out of it, and I am going to put it down on another card base. And we'll use something to make it stay in place. So I'm going to grab some Post-it notes, and we are going to make sure that this stays in place at where we want it on our card front. So let's see here. That's about right. Okay. Now if you'd want to, you could probably, and maybe I should actually, I am going to go ahead and kind of cover up areas that I don't want to get inked and kind of protect those areas so that you don't have to be like so careful, because you just want to make sure that the other part doesn't get all colored where you don't want it to be. But I am just going to go right up to the edge because I don't want like a line on here from my Post-it note. So I'm just going to go around and kind of mask off those areas. Yeah, I don't want that one up there. Just want it to the edge. All right. Get the idea, right? We're going to be doing some inking with our blending brushes. Where are you, blending brushes? Okay, and then I'm going to be getting, I don't even know what colors I'm doing yet for sure. I need my colored ones. Then we are going to go ahead and decide what we want to do with this as far as a colored image. Do we want to use a color we're going to be putting in here? Do we want to go bright? Do we want to go vivid? Do we want to go, you know, pastel? Just decide that ahead of time. And then you can use that color on your actual image. But then you want your background, you want it to be something that matches but pops. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So for our colors for this card, let's go with, I want to maybe do bright. Okay, let's look at bright. Bright colors. And yeah, let's do these, okay? All right, so what we're gonna do is decide what color we want to ink one of our card fronts. And what I'm gonna do is move this out of the way, and I am gonna open this one. This one is a little bit darker, so Orchid Oasis, it's kind of a purpley violet color. I'm going to grab my blending brush. This is the one that I use for purpley colors. Just keep in mind that when you're using this, you do not want to go right on to your project. You want to kind of work your way in. And the reason for that is if you don't do it that way, you're going to, I'll show you kind of what it does. Okay, you get a big blob. You don't want that on there. We want blended, a blended color. So we dab it onto our ink pad and just kind of work your way in lightly. I'm going super light on this because I don't want to get a big blotchy area. So I'm just kind of gently rubbing this around, get it started. Then we can add a little more in carefully. And you have to just decide how much how dark you want it, how far you want it to spread out, and you'll see what I'm doing in a bit. So I'm kind of blending it out a little ways away from that opening, but I also want to go in and make sure that this opening is getting inked. And when you're doing this at first, you're not really realizing, or you don't really know how much ink is getting put down. It looks kind of light. Oh, geez, I got really dark here, didn't I? But when you pull it away, you'll see it better, if you know what I mean. I don't like how dark that got down there. Have to kind of blend that around a little bit. Okay, so what makes it a twofer is we're going to use both of these. We're going to use this as a card front, and we're going to use this as a card front. Okay, it doesn't look like much, I know, but it will. You'll see the point of it here in a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and close up that ink pad so I don't get ink everywhere. And then we're going to bring in our image that we're going to color. So I'm going to be coloring this, and we're going to use some of those same colors that I just showed you. So we're going to use Tahitian Tide and the Violet Orchid Oasis, and our green is going to be the bright green of Parakeet Party. Woohoo! So I'm going for a bold, bright look on this one. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit so you can kind of see. I want to give you a little demonstration on blends and how easy they are to use. It's very forgiving, and it's just a few things to keep in mind. It always bleeds through. You'll want to remember that part. To the back. It's going to show on the back. It's meant to do that, and we know that's going to happen, so don't put it on something where the back shows, okay? It's like don't color on your card front with nothing behind that to hide it. Okay, so we have greenery, we have 2 flower images, and then we have a smaller type of flower. I'm going to use the, let's see, let's make our little flowers, this little one and these. I'm going to have them be this blue color of Tahitian, dark, this is our dark Tahitian Tide. So our blends have a light and a dark of the same color. I want this one to, what you're going to do is look at the lines that are in the actual image, and that's where you want it darker. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this darker of the 2 colors where they are showing the shading. And then on these over here, they're pretty small, so I'm just going to kind of dot around because we're going to blend it a little bit. And these are little teeny, so you don't have a whole lot of room there. We're going to grab the light one now, and the light one, they always have 2 ends, the brush end and the more the bullet pointed end, which is what we're using here today. If you have a larger area, then you use the brush more. So let's go ahead and do a little more on this flower. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge because it can kind of spread a little bit, so you want to leave a little room for the spreading. Then to make this dark blended in, you just want to kind of color over that darker color that you put down before, and it just kind of helps it to even out and not look so striped, I guess you'd say. It kind of blends that color all together, and then it makes that darker part on the inside kind of show more. This one I'm just going to barely go around into these flowers. And I don't really need to worry about blending that too much. I just kind of want to make it look like it's not just solid. I want to add a little bit of detail like I'm doing here in the two different colors to make it kind of look a little bit more like there's dimension to it. And then I'm going to use the other color that is going to be in our card base. We're going to use that as our larger focal point flower. Let's start with, whoops, this is the lighter. I'm going to go out a little bit. You don't need to be that close, right? Okay, let's grab the bullet end of the dark. I know this is super dark, so I got to be really careful because I just don't want it to be muddy and too dark, right? I want to be able to see that variation in color and not just look like a really dark flower with nothing else to it. So that is the dark, and we'll blend the color out with the lighter of the two Orchid Oasis colors. So you can kind of see the difference here. You can tell that there was a light and a dark, right? Let's see here. Here you can kind of see the lighter and the darker. And so I'm going to color right on this edge of where the two kind of meet, and that's going to help kind of spread out that color. And I'll make sure we're at the edges a little bit. And it doesn't always show immediately because it does lighten as it dries. So you might not be able to tell what it's really going to look like it right away, but just kind of go over those areas where the two colors, the dark and the light, meet, and then that helps to blend it. But you don't want to do it too much so that you lose that detail. And you can always choose to use colors that are more, I don't know, contrasted. So you could just use a light purple and then one of these darker ones here, or something like that, if you want to have more of a contrast between your light and your dark. But you wouldn't have to do that. So this is pretty much done, and you can kind of see that detail is still there without it looking too choppy or whatever. I'll show you. Can you see how the color is kind of varied in the center? And I don't know if it shows up well or not, but I can see it. Okay, I'm going to do the greenery next. Same thing. We do have different kinds of greenery here, so it wouldn't hurt to maybe do two different colors of green. One for one type of plant and one for the other. But I don't know if I'm going to just use this one for all of it. And I'm just using, is this a dark one? This is that Parakeet Party. I'm just going to throw down the dark here where the shaded parts are. Okay, very little. I'm not really using much. And you don't want to wait too long before you put the next color down, because you do want to make sure it blends. So I'm going to finish the stem and everything in a bit, but I do want to get in here and do some of that blending with, have the light going up next, and that's going to kind of pull that color together. But don't need much. We aren't necessarily going for the realistic colors. We're wanting a bright pop and just kind of cheery, bright colors. Oh, I missed a flower right there. I'll have to come back for it. I'm just going to finish these with the light. I'm not even going to come back in and shade with that. Okay. All right, there's our green. Got to come back with a little bit of the blue because I missed one of the flowers. Okay, so that's our image, and you can mix that up according to whatever color scheme you're wanting for your project. So I have this one done, and then we are going to need the other image, possibly. All right, so the point of this one is this is supposed to kind of be like a shadow. It's not meant to be your black shadow or whatever, but it's just a little bit of color that's going to be behind this to help set off that image, and it just kind of makes it pop a little bit more. You could there's any number of ways that you can decorate the rest of the card front, and you're going to want to put a sentiment on. You can put on some ribbon or whatever. I'm going to put this on dimensionals. And so I'm going to grab that. Okay. So, dimensionals. Sheesh. And we don't want it to get saggy in the middle, so we just make sure we have plenty of surface covered there. One more. All right. Before I put this on, though, I do want to put, if I'm going to be using ribbon, I would want to put that on next. And so a lot of the colors in this card are from our new in colors, so we could use whatever accent color you would want. I'll probably use this one that looks like it matches the best with our Orchid or Orchid Oasis. I don't know if I'm going to ever remember that one. But what I'm going to do then is this is a little bit of a different look. Instead of just tying a bow like we do quite often, which nothing wrong with that, I'm going to make like a little, I don't know, detail that's going to kind of show poking out, kind of having that loopy look to it. Kind of get a couple of loops in place, and so they just show a little bit on the side. And let's see here, I usually have tape right here, but I moved so I don't. So what I can do is stick it onto a dimensional, because it'll still have a little sticking power there yet with the rest of it. I want to make sure enough stickiness is still uncovered. And let's put the other one there, I believe. Just want that loop to hang out. You could do more than one color too if you'd want to. All right. See if this is what I want it to look like. Kinda. Can move that around a little, like so. Okay, so let's locate some scissors. Oh, wow, there goes my bone folder flying across my room. And I'm going to bring in another color. Why not? Let's use this bright color on there too. Let's do the similar thing on the back, only this other color will be kind of with it. off a little bit of this one and find a place for this one to go now. Okay, so right now I have the all kind of stuck on this dimensional, but that's a bit much for it. I'm afraid it won't stay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab some other adhesive, like some mini glue dots. And I'm gonna put a glue dot right in the middle of where these are all coming together, just so that it has something to stick to and it's not gonna fall apart, and it's not gonna make it so this piece doesn't adhere properly to the front of our card. So I am aiming to put a glue dot right in the middle there. Oh, sheesh. Well, that really worked. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to give in and get my tape. All right. I gotta hurry, you guys. I'm on too long tonight, right? I'm boring as silly. I hope not. But okay, let's get this guy done. So I'm just putting some Scotch tape back here because it got a little too covered up by that one. I'm gonna try this again. By that whole dimensional behind here got totally covered up. And I don't want it to not stick there, as I said, so let's go ahead and put another glue dot onto the tape, because I want to make sure it holds. Okay, card front, and I'm going to put it offset so that some of this outline shows. You can do it as much or as little as you want, but it just kind of adds that shadow. Okay. Now that one wants to twist on me a little bit, so I'm going to grab just a little piece of, I could do tape or glue dot. I'm going to sneak it back here and make these unruly guys go where I want them to go. Okay, I got to get organized here. I'm destroying it. Oh. Okay, I'm just pressing and pressing to get it to cooperate. I am choosing just to leave this little bit of the ribbon there. You could trim that off if you don't like it. But we want this shadow portion to kind of show, and it just really sets off the whole image, I guess you'd say. It kind of moved on me a little because I've been too rough with it. All right, now it does need a little more, but that's where we'll try our little splatter technique again. It kind of adds something to it. I might want to color in the center there. So we're flicking, and I'm going to do some, should I do another color too? A little green as well. Let's flick some green on there. Now you could obviously have done this on a colored piece or whatever, and then you'll want to stamp on your inside, put your message on there. But this is the one example of what you do with this technique, and then the other one is similar. My bone folder just ran away a minute ago. Okay, give that a nice press, and you can see this is the piece that we die cut out and made the shadow on here, right? We put that shadow and inked it, and now that is there. So now we have this piece, and what you can do is this can be your card front, and you're gonna grab, let's see, we could do it like this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do actually. I'm gonna cut this piece off, and I'm going to put it onto here. So I'm going to show you in a second. Trimmer time. You could just put like another piece behind it, so you could leave this. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Should we do that? I don't know. There's so many choices. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim this down so that we can adhere it to the back of that card front area there. So I'm going to trim off about an 1/8 of an inch from each side of it, and I'm cutting it out as well. All right, get that off of there. Now this one, it's up to you if you want to color it. You don't have to. You can just leave it with that pop of color around it. See how that looks? I think that is so pretty. And it just adds that pop to it. I'm going to show you one example of just something you can do if you want to dress up the front a little bit. And that is just to make some score lines. I am going to do it from the back so that they push upward, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to go about 1/4 of an inch in, all the way on all 4 sides. I'm not going to use that one. Oh, I got to zoom out. Sorry, guys. You've probably not been able to see much. All right, 1/4 of an inch and score mark, okay? Then I'm going to go 1/4 of an inch here. I'm putting this score mark on that 1/4 of an inch section, and we're going to score a line there, and we're going to do the same thing on the top and the bottom, but I'm not going to score any further than this center point. So I'll score to about there. And the same thing on this part. It's going to be down a little lower on my trimmer. Hopefully you can see it okay. Let's score there to that center mark. All right, now that, can you see what it did for detail? It adds just a little border around there. We could do another one if you'd like, but I've also seen where people do just some vertical stripes, for example, but whatever you prefer on there, that just adds a little to it. And we're going to splatter again. Tone on tone, I think I'm going to do. Ooh, boy, that's a juicier one. There's a lot of liquid in it. Okay. I just used the Orchid Oasis piece. Then we're going to adhere this this piece onto here, behind there, like so. Again, you could choose whether or not you'd want to maybe have this have dimensionals on it so that they stick apart a little ways. You could die cut that out and just have it be your card front and stick it down in there so it looks like that. But I am going to have it just, I'm going to tape this or adhere this right to the back of this front piece. So let's find where we want it to be. Put it into place. Little border all the way around. Almost. We can do it, right? That's pretty close to where I want it. There, that's exactly where I want it. Okay, now how do I get it to stick right there? Well, I would use my adhesive, of course, that you keep right by your desk because you use it all the time, right? You could use standard liquid adhesive, or which one do I want to use? Tear and tape would work really well also. Okay, guys, wow. Where are you, adhesive? Okay, so what I want to do is put some where it's not going to show. Put some adhesive on there. Couldn't find my good stuff. And I'm going to put a little here and a little here. Alrighty. You could cover up this center panel if you would want to. If you don't like, that's probably what I would do, is cut out, or I will do. I would do that, yes. But this is how it looks on the front. How cute is that? Now you can leave it black and white. You can color it. You can make a pop of color, like what they call spotlight. I'll show you what a spotlight is. First of all, I didn't finish this, did I? So let's get that yellow colored right here, just to have a little center of our flower. Okay. All right. Needs a sentiment yet. So a spotlight technique is just coloring a portion of it. So I'm just going to color in this center flower. And we're going to want it to kind of match our project a little bit, but it could contrast if you'd want as well. But I am just going to do a little bit here, which is this dark, this is my light. So I'm just going to use this one on the whole thing. You're just going to spotlight one flower. Giving a little room to bleed. So some people choose to use blends in a way where they do the dark first and then they do the light. Some people like to do the opposite. I tend to be one to do light, dark, light. So I do light, come back in with the dark, and then lighten it up again. So this one I'm showing you light first, and then shading after that. You can kind of see the difference, or just kind of depends on how you prefer to do it. Just adding in some of those darker shaded areas there to keep that contrast there. It's probably not really showing well. You can kind of see it there. Looks like a mess, doesn't it? But it's cool. In person, it's cool. And I'm going to use a little bit of green, not much. I'm just going to spotlight the greenery around that flower. And here. And the rest of the image I'm not even going to color. And that just makes your center, your focal point really pop. So that's what the spotlight technique does. What else was I doing? I could darken it in here. Shade a little bit on these leaves. All right. There you go. And cut a panel to fit the inside so that that hides that piece. Add a little bling, add a little ribbon, a sentiment on here, and I think I have some others that I have done. So here was another one that I did earlier today, just to give you a similar example. So here is one, oops, there we go. Here's one I did earlier that was this other, the larger image that is in the stamp set from the Blessings of Home stamp set. And I just used the mint macaron, or actually it was soft succulent, and that's what color this ribbon is. And I used some more of the bright colors a little bit. So there's that one. And again, I would add some bling to it and maybe Winkostella, that kind of thing. And then this is my inked piece, and with the focal point on it. And I have Your Real Blessing to Everyone Around You. I have this one up on dimensionals. Can you kind of see that it's a card front and it's sticking up, lifting up, and the image is not. It's recessed. So just kind of opposites. It's kind of a twofer, right? There you are. Okay. All right. I hope that you're hanging in there okay with me. It was a long one. I just didn't intend for it to be so long, so I apologize for that. If you stuck around to the end, thank you. I appreciate it. If you could like, share, all of that, it would really help. I'd appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. If you think that there's anything I can help you with during celebration, any questions, or if you feel like joining my team so that we can do some crafting together and you could go to these fun things with me, feel free. Let me know. Reach out to me. But anyways, hope that you're doing well and that you have a great night and weekend. Thank you for joining me, and keep in touch.